Well, welcome to Intruders TV. We're here at Together 08 with Cliff Prior. You are the Chief Executive of Unltd, and you just chaired a session where social entrepreneurs pitched, right? So, what is that all about? What are you trying to achieve there?
We know that social entrepreneurs, actually any kind of entrepreneur, regularly need to pitch for funding. They're always having to make their case. They often get a very short window of opportunity to do that. Maybe a casual conversation at a reception, maybe it's a formal pitch. And their ability to really encapsulate the core of their work, why it's important, how it's going to work, why they're the person to do it, and what the benefits are going to be. That's going to be really important to them. So helping coaching people, first of all, just in making them realise this is important, because a lot of people are quite shy about that, particularly us Brits. Yeah. But it is really important, then coaching them in some techniques, and the more experienced people get, the better they get at it.
And you also mentioned that there is potentially even some funding provided. Is it by Unltd itself?
Yeah, that's right. Unltd is the foundation for social entrepreneurs in the UK, and our job is to back passionate, talented individuals with a sustainable idea for social or environmental value to get started. So we're very much about the person as entrepreneur more than their specific project. Well, obviously we'll look at the specific project. We're really hunting for people who are natural entrepreneurs for social value. We are very much at the early stages from, okay, I'm thinking about it, now I'm going to do it, through to, now I am doing it, it's got to a scale where I need investment in the organisation, and then we hand off at the other end to social investment houses. We back around 1,000 people a year, something like 700 a year through our main scheme, which comes from a perpetual endowment that Unltd holds in trust, and the balance through externally funded schemes that we go out and earn as entrepreneurs ourselves, to really to convince other funders that whatever their areas of interest are, backing social entrepreneurs in that field is a fantastic way to get change to happen in society.
Okay. And so how do social entrepreneurs approach you, right? So if a social entrepreneur is watching this interview, what do they do? Do they go to your website? Are there events that you run? How do you get in touch?
First thing to do is look at the website. There's a basic eligibility checklist there, so you can see whether you'd be wasting your time or no, this might be for you. The office details are there, and the offices will either speak to you over the phone as a first filter, or may invite you to a surgery where we do sort of large-scale events of that kind. Get through that. There's a very short written application. We have monthly decision making, so the average time from first application to decision and cash in your hand is 6 weeks. It's very quick, but this is at startup stage. We have later stage funds which are much more rigorous about the project, as you would expect if you're looking at a higher level of investment for something that's a bit more established. Those are twice yearly, so it's much tougher competition. It's a much more rigorous process, and less immediate.
And what are the amounts that we talk about at the startup and the later stages that people can expect to apply for?
Our first stage is up to £5,000, £5,000. It's only UK residents. I know you're international, just have to stress that. Plus development support and networking. At the second stage, it's up to £20,000 spread over the year, which is really intended to give you enough to live on that you can devote yourself full time to this initiative and really get it off the ground. And we have a very small number of third level programs, which are 3-year programs, and that's where we're looking at an entrepreneur who we believe both they as a person and the idea they're running with have the potential to go to transformative scale. And if I give you a sense of that, that staircase of opportunity, a couple, Stephen and Amanda Argent, who we backed right back at the start of Unltd with our first level award to create an after-school education club for the school where their child was going to school and doing very well, but there were lots of other kids who were getting into social difficulty between school shutting and parents coming home, old problem. Usually the same kids didn't have a PC at home, they were missing out on educational opportunities. So they just set up this club. Worked so well, they came back to us and we helped them set up a network of clubs. That worked so well, they came back to us and we helped them to take it to a national franchise system, and after 4 years they had 100,000 children benefiting from this scheme, and the capability to go to 1 million or 2 million children. So that's the sort of thing that we'd be looking at that scale.
And so you mentioned Unlimited, you back social entrepreneurs, and there's a fund which provides some of the trust that provides some of the funds. Tell us a little bit more about Unlimited itself. Is it a nonprofit organization? When did it start? Who's running it?
Okay, well, I'm running it for my sins with the board of trustees. It is a non-profit, it's a charity. We're also a company limited by guarantee, which is the sole trustee of a trust fund, which holds the endowment. But we also have 2 subsidiaries at the moment. One in Scotland, which is an Oscar-registered subsidiary, and you really have to understand the politics of UK devolution to understand why that's necessary. And the other, a commercial enterprise, UnlimitedWorld.com, which is Web 2 for social entrepreneurs. And the reason why we put that into a commercial entity is that we believe it will go well beyond our charitable aims. It will go international, which is beyond our charitable remit. So right from the start, we're seeing that as a commercial entity, and Alberto Nadali, who's the lead on it, was here today.
So if you're a social entrepreneur, unlimited.com is a .com, .org.uk.
Unlimited.org.uk, that's UNLTD.org.uk is the main charity, and that's where you'd look to apply for one of our awards. Unlimitedworld.com is the Web 2 platform for social entrepreneurs, and already coming up towards 4,000 people. It's only been going 3.5 months. It's a niche social network. It's very much for people who are or want to be practicing social entrepreneurs, and it's where you'll meet other people of like mind who you might want to partner with and get advice from, and where you'll be guided to the most relevant resources for what you're doing.
Cliff, thank you very much, and good luck.
Thank you. Good luck.